Welcome back to Born to Explore. In this video, we're going to show you how we cook in our van. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Maddie, and we're Born to Explore.
Alright, so I wanted to start by giving you a little bit more detailed information on our electrical system. So, it might be a little bit hard to see, but this is our charge controller. Right now, it's pretty overcast outside right now, so we're only bringing in about 3 amps from our 200 watts of solar on the roof. Our batteries are at 12.6 volts, and that is approximately 93%. Right now we have our inverter on, we have our fridge running off of that, we have the microwave running any ghost loads. Right now it's not actually on, but it is plugged in, and then we have one of our max air vent fans on about 3/4 speed. We have a 140 amp hour battery bank, and so with the help of some of you in the comments, I did some calculations, and we would be able to run our 900 watt hot plate for approximately 1 hour, a little bit less than an hour, and that would bring our batteries down to 50%. You don't ever want to go below 50%, as some of you mentioned. And so for us, we're thinking if we cook on 900 watts, that's the highest setting, for 30 minutes, our battery bank would be somewhere around 75%. So that's our plan. We're going to go ahead and try that out today. Although it is a little bit overcast, we're hoping that we're bringing in enough solar to compensate some for what we're using to boil water and cook our food. So 2 things to note, just want to be clear. One, we're not going to actually run our hot plate for a full 30 minutes on high. Once the water boils and we're just frying some chicken, we will turn the hot plate to about medium. So again, our battery bank shouldn't actually drop below 70%. The second thing to note is, while we have the hot plate on and our vent fan on and the fridge on, while the batteries are under load, the readout on the charge controller will show less than the battery's actual voltage and actual percentage. So what I mean by that is, if we turn the hot plate on right now, even though our battery's at 93%, it will instantly drop way lower. So Maddie, why don't you go ahead and plug the hot plate in, turn it on high, and we'll take a look. Currently we're at 91% approximately and 12.6 volts. So let's go ahead and watch that percentage. Go ahead and put it on high, Maddie. It's on high. So if we cycle through here again, our voltage dropped to 12.1 volts. And our percentage in a second here will actually drop as well. So basically, while the battery is under load, the percentage, the voltage will read lower than it actually is. Once we shut the hot plate off, it should bounce back up. So you can see right now, it just dropped to 63%, our battery, and it's giving a readout of 12.1 volts. Maddie, go ahead and shut the hot plate off, unplug it. And if we wait just a few seconds here, our battery already is floating back up. It's at 12.5 right now volts. It's at 63%, and if we gave it a couple more seconds, it would actually jump back up to about 91%, which is what it was at just a second ago. So just keep that in mind. So now that we got the technical side of things out of the way, let's get to the good stuff. Let's start cooking some food. All right, Maddie, so what's for lunch?
Balsamic chicken and bow tie noodles, your favorite. So we're just gonna boil some water for the noodles. It helps if you plug it in, turn on high, and get that boiling, and I'll cut up some chicken while we're waiting.
So right before we actually plugged the hot plate in, our battery was up to 100%. Right now it is at 12.2 volts. So we'll just keep monitoring that as we go. So right now our battery is at 12.1 volts, approximately 63%, while the hot plate's on high, and we're bringing in 6.2 amps from our solar panels. So that right there is our favorite seasoning. We use that for everything, for beef, for turkey burger, for chicken, for pork, everything. It's Montreal steak seasoning. So good.
Looks like it's just starting to boil, so just give it a few more minutes. Got a good boil going on here now. Put the noodles in. Brian's gonna drain them, and then we'll set them aside and start cooking the chicken. This is our square red copper pan. We really like it, especially for the van, because it's square. There's not, I don't know, it just protects it from splatters and whatnot. And this is like 9.5 inches. It's the perfect size for all of our meals. So we've been really enjoying it. It was like 20 bucks.
So right now, while we're heating up the red copper pan, the hot plate's on high, so our battery fluctuated down to approximately 11.7 volts. Again, keep in mind, as soon as we heat that pan up, we'll be turning it down to medium to low to fry the chicken, and our battery should float back up again.
I'm getting sizzle. Got some.
So if you guys have been wondering where Troy's been hiding out this whole time, he is up in his little kennel. Like sitting in the passenger seat there.
Okay, go back to sleep.
Hey buddy.
It would be way too crazy to have him running around here when I'm trying to maneuver around this small kitchen. So our chicken's looking pretty crispy, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the balsamic vinegar on it.
And just to note, normally we have both of our Max Air vent fans running on high while we're cooking, but for the sake of the audio in this video, we have them both off, but the vent lid's open, and then we have 4 other windows open. So normally the steam gets sucked right out the roof, but for now, the windows are doing pretty alright. So the house batteries in the van are currently at 12 volts, approximately 60%, with the hot plate on medium.
For our bowls, we're just using this container. It has a nice seal lid on it, so it's just easy to store in the fridge. I think the idea that we like best is that this will be our bowl / plate for any meal that we have on the road, and then any leftovers will stay in our containers in the fridge, and that'll be a snack later or, you know, lunch tomorrow. So I think that'll work really nice.
So the hot plate has been off and unplugged just for a couple seconds here, and already our batteries have jumped up to 12.2 volts and approximately 65% battery. So again, we're currently bringing in just under 5 amps with the solar panels, so those will hopefully quickly get our batteries right back to where they need to be. Something else to note is that we do have a battery isolator, so when the van is on and running as we're driving around, the engine alternator is actually charging our house batteries as well. So even if our batteries aren't at full capacity just yet, as soon as we start up the van and start driving, they'll get right back up to 100%. We're going to go ahead and get the table all set here, and then we'll bring you guys back in. Hey. So good. So it's been about 5 minutes since we shut the hot plate off. I'm going to check in on our batteries. Currently the readout we're getting is about 12.5 volts, approximately 83%, and we're still bringing in 4.7 amps of solar, so not too bad, not too bad at all.
So this meal is one of our favorites, but maybe not the most efficient on the go because it took about 45 minutes to make and we only have one hot plate. So do you guys have some one-pan simple meals that you like cooking on the go or camping? Troy! If
you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along with us as we make the final preparations before full-time life on the road in March 2018, please click subscribe. We'll continue to post a video at least once every other week. Thanks for watching, guys.